Why are we unhappy? It's a good question, given that we live at arguably the best time to have ever lived as a human being on this earth. And the simple answer, if you want to just leave the video right now, is that our goals are not being reflected by our actions. So what I mean by that is we all have goals, right? You may have the goal of losing weight, or you may have the goal of starting a business, or you may have the goal, whatever goal it is, right? And when your actions that you make day in and day out do not get you closer to those goals, then you get the feeling that you are stuck and you start to become unhappy. Baseline, that's what makes you unhappy. So why are we this way, right? We technically live in this world where we are supposed to have 100% free will, right? At least that's what we're told by the majority of people. We can do whatever we want, and for some reason, we do not end up doing the things that will lead us to our goals. And it's kind of strange, like, are we self-sabotaging ourselves? Like, what's going on here? For example, imagine that you are single. I don't know if you are or not, but let's imagine that you are. And you're walking down the street and you see someone attractive, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever you're into. Do you go up to that person and tell them that you find them attractive? Or do you continue walking with a straight face as you have never seen that person? Most people will say the latter. And why is that? Like, why do we do that? Why don't we just go up to that person and tell them what we think? Well, it's probably because we don't know how the other person will react. Therefore, our mind is trying to predict a future outcome that's never happened before. And this leads to anxiety. And let me tell you something about humans. We don't like anxiety, okay? We really don't. And this isn't just about, telling someone that you find them attractive. It could be working out, for example, right? Let's say you wake up and you have two choices: to work out or to sit on the couch. Your brain will start to think, well, if I go work out, then again, your brain is trying to predict a future outcome, and you'll start to say, I'm probably going to be in pain and I'm probably not going to like it very much. So you avoid the short-term pain and anxiety of going to work out, and you sit on that couch. And now I ask you the question: if you are constantly doing this micro decision, right, constantly avoiding pain, do you really make the decisions that are best for you? Probably not. And the most important question is, are you the one who are making those decisions? Or is it the self-defense mechanism inside of you that's just always choosing the decision that's going to get you the less pain, if you will? Because if it is the latter and you're not the one who makes the choice, it's just a defense mechanism that you have inside of you, that means that you are not free. You don't have free will, because if you don't make the small decisions in your everyday life, that means you don't control your day, you don't control your week, your month, your year. And that's why a lot of people get to the end of the year and they are disappointed because they didn't achieve the things that they wanted to achieve. So, in a nutshell, I don't want to make this any longer. I would say that what makes us unhappy most of the time is that we have goals. You want to lose weight, you want to stop being single, you want to be happier overall, but the actions in your everyday life don't reflect those goals. And whatever it is, you have to talk with yourself. You have to decide, why is it that you're not taking those actions? Is it because unconsciously you're trying to avoid the pain? Because whatever it is that your goal is, I guarantee you, it's probably going to be painful to get there, right? Because everything that has value in this world is painful to achieve, so you're probably avoiding pain. And even though you are avoiding the pain in the short term, in the long term, you're getting more and more unhappy at yourself, respecting yourself, because you keep changing things up. You tell yourself, I'm gonna work out, then you don't. You tell yourself, I'm gonna ask that person out, then you don't. And it's just a bunch of frustration put together that leads to a miserable life. And I don't want anyone to live like that. I don't think it's a good way to live. And yeah, that's the message that I had for you today. If you enjoyed, join the club. If you haven't, leave a sub. And I'll catch you in the next one, bro.